So, just want to start out tonight by letting everybody know how thankful that we are for you guys to be here. Take time out of your life to help us honor and celebrate Dad in 80 years. I think Phyllis here probably is the one that's come the farthest, all the way from St. Louis, and we're just really glad to have you here. And we're glad to have everybody here. So, as it turns out, I missed the first planning meeting for this event. So guess what? I got volunteered to be the one starting things off. So here goes. First, I'd like to thank Sarah, wherever she is. Sarah, where are you at? I can't. I'd like to thank Sarah for spearheading this endeavor and for doing much of the planning. Being the youngest, she still was able to manage the rest of our skills to put this thing together. If you guys, and if you know us at all, that can be like herding cats. So, so I'll share a little bit about hopefully how things will run tonight, and then we'll go from there. After I share some highlights of the past 80 years, Dad's past 80 years, because I'm not there yet, there'll be a short toast, after which we're going to do a short song. And you guys will be able to pick that up real quick. Then we'll consummate the toast at that point, right after the song. So hopefully you have a drink in front of you. If not, please try to have something there after the song. Page 2. And it's in big. See, it's really in big letters so I can read it. So, past 80 years. But first, before I say that, start into that, in case you guys didn't know, I think Dad's Italian. Okay? At least mostly. I heard rumors of a little bit of a Dowie dynasty in there somewhere. And if you don't know about that, you can ask him. So Dad was born, he was the second person born in Rochester. Hang on. I want to say one more thing, a little, I don't know what the word is, but in case some of this stuff isn't exactly correct, okay, don't hold me to it exactly. And I would love if there is some gross miscalculations in what I'm saying, please let me know, because I will fill this out, because this has been enlightening to all of us. So, Dad was born the second person in Rochester on the 1st of January in 1940. Second one of the year. He lived with his father. Michael Anthony Prizzi, and mother, Rose Marie Lamaglio, and siblings, Anthony and Richard, on 1st Street in Rochester. Sometime after that, the family moved to Belcota Drive in West Irondequoit, where sisters Marie and Phyllis were added to the mix. Is that correct? Hopefully that's correct. Dad graduated from West Irondequoit High School in 1957. He joined the U.S. Army and was stationed in Kentucky, California, and Germany over the years of his service. Upon returning to civilian life, he entered the police academy and joined the Rochester Police Department. Now, near as I could tell, he was 21 or 22 at that time. I'm not sure. Dad served the city of Rochester for 4 years, and during that time, he met a very special lady. While in the hospital to have his appendix removed, Dad was able to use the force to eventually get my mother's phone number. Now, I'm not talking the police force. See, Dad was the first Jedi. And the Force was strong in him, as us kids came to find out. Dad could be very convincing. Carol Mary Klingler and Dad were married November 10th, 1962. I don't know why anybody would want to get married during hunting season, but facts are the facts. I got it. They started life together in Fernwood Park off of Merchant Street in the city. Soon they moved to my mother's grandfather George's house on Winbourne. Now, Winbourne's where I started to raise my parents to be the fine parents they've become. Well, right? Isn't that what the firstborns? We have to raise them. Soon I had Jackie and Bill to help fine-tune their skills. In July 1967, Dad and Mom moved us to 12 Euclid Drive, Macedon, New York. Dad changed careers and began a successful and timely career at Xerox. Now that they're veteran parents and having more room, Dad and Mom added Michael, David, and Sarah to their growing Dowie dynasty. Our home in Macedon was, it was added onto, repurposed, supplied, resupplied many times over the years to accommodate the dynamics of Dad's fruitful life. It was in this home that many lives, traditions, relationships, and memories were started. Life was taught and learned from beginning to end. Wisdom was passed on for the benefit of his grandchildren and beyond. It was here that the fundamental truth, the more mud you throw at a wall, the more mud that will stick to that wall, was first heard. Dad retired from Xerox in 1995. And unable to sit still, Dad continued to do some private consulting work and several part-time jobs at Office Max, I think, Chase Pickin, and an auto store. There might have been more, I don't know. Keep in mind, there was time there where I was out of the country, so. So Dad adapted to life's changes and moved to where he lives today on Pintail Lane in Gananda. His friends Tilly, Dan, and Sam keep him busy, safe, and very healthy as he pursues his passions of family, fishing, Dunkin' Donuts, and exercise at the Y. I know what the exercise is. It's a hot tub and shooting pool. This is a fun fact. At last count, the Dowie dynasty has 6 first-generation legacies with 19 grandchildren and a dozen third-generation legacies just beginning. So then that brings us to here, okay? That's a condensed version. If you got something to share, I'll be here all night, okay? So if I could have my brothers and sisters up here at this point, I'd like to do a toast, and then they can help me with this song so I don't have to do it all by myself. And
We love and respect you and celebrate 80 years of your hard work, we celebrate 80 years of you throwing your hard work, your love, your faith, fun, sacrifice, security, discipline, temperance, happiness, and wisdom at this wall. Thank you. So now we're gonna sing a song first. All right. You know what? Here we go. Salud. Here we go. Now this song we want you guys to join in with. No, we're still. You all know the tune, and you'll catch on real quick. We really do want you to join in. Here goes. 10 years of mud on the wall, 10 years of mud. Pick some up, throw it down. 20 years of mud on the wall, 20 years of mud on the wall, 20 years of mud. Pick some up, throw it down. 30 years of mud on the wall, 30 years of mud on the wall, 30 years of mud. Pick some up, throw it down. 40 years of mud on the wall, 40 years of mud on the wall, 40 years of mud. Pick some up, throw it down. 50 years of mud on the wall. Come on, 50 years of mud on the wall. 50 years of mud. Pick some up, you throw it down. 60 years of mud on the wall. 60 years of mud on the wall. 60 years of mud. Pick some up, you throw it down. 70 years of mud on the wall. 70 years of mud on the wall. 70 years of mud. You pick some up, you throw it down. 80 years of mud on the wall.
I know, I saw that.
Before we eat, one last thing before we eat. We're going to have a prayer. Uncle Phil, if you could do that for us, I'd appreciate it. That's okay.